Hey, this is the Great Lugia with part 9 of my Pokemon Rijon Adventures go-through. And so last episode, Charmander evolved into Charmeleon, and now we're going to fight this guy. So basically he's Brendan from Hoenn, although that kind of creates a time paradox because I know they didn't take place at the exact same time, but I'm pretty sure Hoenn took place at about the same time as the Kanto events. But Red is now a dad, so it kind of doesn't make much sense. Whatever. So he leads with Trico, I lead with Abra, and yes, he has all three Hoenn starters. So Abra quickly KOs Trico. Now for Torchic, Abra uses Thief again. And 2 KO. Nice. Torchic uses Scratch, does a fair amount of damage because Abra have bad defense. Abra uses Thief again. Torchic goes down and reaches level 16, which is very awesome. And now he goes for Mudkip. And basically none of the experience is going to go Abra because, well, it's about to evolve. Plus, I'd like to test out Charmeleon's skills. So I go for Scratch. Doesn't do much. Mudkip uses Water Gun. Doesn't do much either. So I'm doing slightly more than it's doing. And I'm also faster. So it's a 3 KO for me. And so Brandon is down. That was pretty easy. Ah, you're very strong. Now, where's the Pokemon Center? And now, Abra's evolving. Right after Charmeleon evolved, this is happening. Very awesome. And of course, it's evolving into a mighty Kadabra. Congratulations, your Abra evolved into Kadabra. Kadabra learned Confusion. And he gives you the Scope Lens, which increases the chance of critical hits, which is certainly useful. And I accidentally hit that again. And I decided to give Charmeleon the Scope Lens. Oh, before that I just switch around the moves. So put Confusion on top of all that. And now I switch with Charmeleon. I mean, not switch with Charmeleon, I give it the Scope Lens. Don't have any better items, and an item that boosts your chance of a critical hit certainly good. So now I just go down to heal, and next we're going to go into that building he was in front of. I think you might have been able to go into it without talking to him, possibly, although he might stop you, not sure. And basically, here we go. I forget what I'm doing here. Oh yeah, depositing some items. So deposit. And then I remember I still have the big pearl and star piece to sell. Rare candy. I'll save the rare candy for when I really need it. Which won't be for a while. Then I just switch with Charmeleon. And so now we go into that building. And this is the last part of Mercen City before the gym. And it says Mercen's something hotel. Here, just talk with a couple of people. And they talk about some sort of carnival. Oh, and they mention Munchlax here. There has to be 4th generation Pokemon. And basically, there's hot springs, carnival, all that stuff. And then just some more stuff. This person also mentioned Sinnoh. So there really seem to be 4th gen Pokemon here. Here's Great Ball. I'm just talking to these people. I don't get why the chef is at the reception counter or whatever. Although it doesn't look like there's any other rooms down there. And then here's a guard. He won't let you in unless you are at the hotel. And basically some more people talking about the hot springs, spring carnival, all that. Here's someone else. And they were banned from peeking in the hot springs. Oh, yeah, and also the door is locked. Some of the doors here are locked, probably about half of them. And both these guys have water Pokemon, so I go to Kadabra. But it's probably for the best, considering that the gym leader is a water type. It'd be best for the Kadabra to get all the experience it can. Use Confusion. Useless crit when it KO. And Tentacool goes down. Oh yeah, and also there are a lot of trainers here. And here's a Staryu. And Confusion again. I eventually decide to use. Also one of KOs. Confusion only does with stab like 75, but the Twisted Spoon helps. And so does Kadabra's huge special attack stat. And here I'm really surprised that Shelter survived. I mean, granted, Thief only has a power of 40, but Shelter have pretty crap special defense. And Kadabra is 6 levels higher. Oh well. And Kadabra levels up. And it's very powerful now. Definitely going to be a main Pokemon on my team. And here's a little kid. And no clue why he's running around indoors with an inner tube, but whatever. Here's a Lotad, another home Pokemon. We've been seeing a lot of Pokemon that aren't from Kanto, actually. Granted, most of them have been from Kanto, but so far, actually, all the wild ones have been from Kanto. But a lot of the trainers have Pokemon from other places, which certainly makes sense. And locked. Here's a guy. And he's so into battling, apparently. And I forget what he has. Oh yeah, Quillfish. Certainly good type matchup for Kadabra. Confusion easily won a KOs. And I forget what his second Pokemon is. Is it a Goldeen or something? No, it's an Azurill. Yeah, an Azurill. The annoying thing about Azurill is they literally give no experience whatsoever. I mean, just look. Yeah, that was barely anything. Granted, it's not fully evolved and it's 6 levels lower, but in case you couldn't catch it, I mentioned how this old woman caught him peeking, and he doesn't get, in the women's spawn, he doesn't get how that's inappropriate. And here's another trainer. In case you couldn't tell, a lot of trainers. A lot. Oh yeah, and this guy's interesting. He has a Talo. And Kadabra goes for Confusion, one of KOs, like always. And again, Kadabra is doing really well. Levels up. Oh, oops, sorry. Tapped that by accident. Kadabra learns Disable. Probably not really going to use it, but certainly better than an empty move slot. Unless you're trying to go for Struggle for some reason. And here's the Sneasel, really interesting. I know Brown has Weavile, so I'm hoping I'll get to see one of those later on. Charmeleon levels up a bit. And then here's Wooper. I go back into Kadabra. And yeah, here's the Wooper. I'm pretty sure after this there's one last battle. And Kadabra uses Confusion. KO's Wooper. And here's an item. An Ether, which will certainly be useful for the Elite Four. I like to save those for then. Oh yeah, here's where I stop, I think. Yeah, here I just do some stuff for Kadabra and such. I stop a bit early because just in case the battle goes on for really long and overtime. I'd rather be a bit under time than overtime, but granted it's been 10 minutes. Alright, do whatever you want. See ya.